Are you too broke to start YouTube? Now, this question could have been stumbled upon two different ways. One, you clicked on this video if you think you need top of the line studio equipment to start even recording. You need top of the line microphone. You need top of the line lighting and a huge studio set behind you or whatever. And the other people who are going to click on this video are going to think, I don't even have a 9-to-5 job. I'm not even stable. Should I be focusing on that first before I actually start a YouTube channel? Am I too poor to even be thinking about YouTube? And I'm going to answer both questions with the big fat no. You are not too broke to start YouTube in any sense of the word broke, okay? You don't need thousands of dollars of recording equipment. You don't need to be perfect in your first video. All you guys need is that magical device that you have in your pocket and you carry around each day. Your freaking phone, which has a camera on it that is 10x the cameras that people used to record on back in the day. The digital cameras, you guys know that. So there really is no excuse, and being quote unquote broke is not an excuse to not start. It's something else. It's something else that's stopping you guys from starting. It's not the fact that you think you're too broke. It's the fact that you don't want to be perceived as a broke MFer. Okay, you don't want people looking at your videos and being like, "Damn, that guy's broke. That guy's not a professional. Why should I listen to him?" Even though there are thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people making content right now on YouTube, filming from their freaking cars. They're filming from their backyard. They're filming from their work. They're filming from their dingy lit bedroom. Okay? And they're killing it on YouTube because you guys think that studio production is going to be the thing that puts you over the edge. People are going to immediately see that intro, that shiny intro that you got from Fiverr. I shouldn't talk shit about Fiverr actually because I went to Fiverr to get my YouTube 64 intro. I think Fiverr is actually a blessing. Anyway, let me say something different. So you think by going to an animation studio and paying $1,000 for this flashing intro is going to set you apart and take you over the edge? Absolutely not. You think that because your camera quality is a 10 megapixel more clear, I don't even know if that's the right terminology for it, but instead of filming in 4K, you're filming in 8K. You guys think that's the key to success on YouTube? Absolutely not. What are we even talking about here, ladies and gentlemen? People don't go to YouTube to see flashy corporately produced videos. That's not a word. Can I make it a word? Corporately? Kind of like it. Anyway, people are getting sick and tired of that. Why do you think TV is dying? Why do you think the television, is slowly, people are fading further and further away from cable TV and these news programs and everything's so polished and everyone's so freaking fake on it? It's because people want to watch real people. People would rather watch a real person in his dingy lit basement talk about his life experience than some stupid suited up corporate, with a bunch of freaking spotlights on him, sticking to a script that is so vanilla and boring. He's just regurgitating all the freaking talking points that he's been allowed to say. Get the F out of here. Okay? People are watching YouTube in a different way today. They're looking for real. They're not looking for fake. In my opinion, the more heavily produced you look, the more faker you look. Okay? I've stumbled upon these channels where it's just a little too overproduced for me. I'm like, oh my goodness. They're producing this for for the brains of 5-year-olds. They're producing this for either the brains of 5-year-olds or the boomers who are in their 70s and 80s and are looking on YouTube for TV style and TV quality information and content, right? Now, this hasn't always been the case, right? When YouTube first started, this would actually give you the edge to look more professional. And I'm not even going to lie about that. Like in some of my earlier videos, maybe 10 years ago, I would put lower thirds. I would put transitions. I would make it seem like a real, production, but that was back then when I was trying to stand out from, everything that was there. Now the way to stand out is to not do that. Is to not be freaking overly produced and look like it's empty. All right? Just look like it's an overly produced, empty show. Okay? So no, you do not need a better camera. No, you do not need a gaming PC. No, you do not need a super expensive editing program. When I first started kind of making audio content, or my podcast that I used to do a while ago, I bought a $60 Blue microphone. It was a Blue Snowball. It wasn't even a Blue Yeti, okay? That's how I started. As long as I sounded good, it was okay. I didn't need a freaking Shure back then. I'm using a Shure now because I liked the way it sounded and I was able to upgrade. But I didn't start with the freaking Shure microphone. I started with a Blue Snowball that wasn't the best, but it did the job. Okay, all I cared about, did I sound okay? Did I sound clear? Now, you can do that with phones today. There's plenty of plugins, wireless Bluetooth plugins with lavalier mics that you can get great quality audio from a phone. So you don't even have to have like a computer hooked up to a Blue Snowball like I did back in the day. You can literally do it from your phone. So that's one thing. You guys don't need a bunch of fancy equipment. And by the way, this might blow your minds, guys, but sometimes I search on YouTube and I see this channel, right? And this guy has the best setup. It looks super aesthetic. He's got lights going everywhere. And his channel is not taking off. His videos are getting 0 views. Not 0 views, but they're getting low views. And he's got enough videos. He's got enough output. But the message of what he was delivering, it's just not connecting. So he could have, I'm saying all this to say, is that you could have all the production in the world, and you could have all the bright lights and fancy cameras and, pristine audio. But if you don't have a fucking message to your channel, if you're not giving real value, if you're not able to articulate yourself in a way where it's going to keep people listening and captivated and watching, that don't mean shit. Okay, people have to go there for you first and foremost. They're not going to your channel to see your set. Okay, YouTube, broadcast yourself. So this is very important to keep in mind. Now, I'm going to kind of move over to the other half who might have clicked on this video and think, am I too broke to start YouTube, in terms of, am I even allowed to put some time into YouTube when I don't even, I don't have anything going for me. I don't have money saved up. And I'll tell you one thing, I kind of feel that way when I'm playing video games. I feel a sense of guilt and shame, like, should I really be playing this video game out of enjoyment right now, or should I be focusing more on my business? Right? So some of you guys might actually have this mindset when it comes to starting a YouTube channel. You're like, can I even afford, do I have enough time to even afford to start this YouTube channel? Or am I too broke within to even attempt? Now, I'm going to tell you the answer is still no. Okay? Because YouTube, people don't like to admit this, but YouTube channels are a small business. Okay? YouTube channels starting a YouTube channel is starting a small business, whether you like it or not. Now, there are some people who still start YouTube for hobby only, right? They don't care about ever being monetized. They don't care about ever scaling. They don't care about, their presentation. They just want to upload silly videos and maybe have them for, live there forever. And maybe they have a hobby that they just want to share with the world, I guess. But, there are other people who get into YouTube to try and monetize their hobbies, to try to get, grow a community of people who are interested in the same thing, and to build a business, right? To make it into a business so that they can start to maybe earn enough income to where they can slowly ease out of their 9-to-5 or build that life raft, right? Just completely leave the 9-to-5 and use the YouTube channel as the business that's going to replace the job that you hate to go to. Okay. And some people do have that in mind. And a lot of people, I think that's the way the universe is going here, because I think AI is coming for a lot of jobs and people are looking for a life raft. Now, if you don't have a 9-to-5, right, and you don't really have anything going for yourself and you're asking yourself, am I too broke to, should I just do it? Yes, do it now. Get started, because you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your knowledge. You're investing in learning skills. Okay. Just by getting into YouTube and figuring out the process of ideation and then scripting and then performing and then editing and then uploading and then SEO and then distribution and then marketing, you are building a very valuable skill set for yourself that other people are going to want to utilize. Okay. Whether you think you're doing anything or not everybody does YouTube. I don't know the percentages of how many people in the world do YouTube, but I still believe it's still small in terms of actually creating the content and not just being a consumer of the content. Okay. The percentages of creator versus consumer are very, very highly skewed. So, are you too broke to start YouTube? No, you're not too broke to start YouTube. You're too scared of how people are going to see your quote unquote shitty video and judge you, even though people are actually looking for this type of content out there. They're looking for the authenticity. They're looking for genuine people, and you will find your tribe eventually if you have something important to say. And if you have, a catchy enough thumbnail and a catchy enough title to get people to click on you. So, everybody here in the comment section, I want to know, any clap back to this, right? I want to hear if you guys have any clap back to, oh no, you actually do need this, or actually you do need that, because I love to kind of continue this conversation in the comments below. But I'm telling you right now, guys, you are not too broke to start YouTube. Just start. Stop overanalyzing. Stop trying to be a perfectionist. Your first videos are not going to be perfect anyway, and people love to see the progression from beginning to end. We all love a story. Life is about stories. Wouldn't you want to be super successful one day and now your quality is upped or whatever and your channel is thriving, and they go back to that first video and they be like, wow, this is where he started from the bottom. Now we here. Now that's a whole nother conversation in terms of people who they start somewhere and then they start over investing and they change the whole vibe of their content. They go too corporate. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes that's a bad thing, but I'll end that here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. You got some value from it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.